Hey guys, so today I'm talking to you a little bit about pricing and a little bit about how to price your indoor play facility, the challenges that come across regarding pricing, why we price ourselves the way we price and the challenges that we face with that, and then also a little bit about how dealing with customer complaints regarding your pricing. So I have my notes here, so if you see me looking down at my phone, that's the reason why. But let's talk a little bit about pricing models. Okay, so with there's a few different pricing models, or a couple, I should say. And I want to preface that with saying that there's no right and wrong pricing model. It's however you want to run your business and whatever works for you. But I do feel like there's two really distinct type of pricing models. There's a quantity pricing model and a quality pricing model. Quantity is basically kind of like a McDonald's, right? You're trying to get as many people through the drive-thru as possible. So you price yourself low, so that way you can appeal to a wide demographic of people. And then we have a quality pricing model where you price yourself maybe higher, and you are trying to give your people a one-of-a-kind quality experience. So you'll get definitely less people through the door. You're catering to a certain customer, and your customer base is definitely much smaller, but it's a very select amount of people that are willing to spend that money to get a certain type of service. So there definitely is no right and wrong, but I feel like, you know, whatever you price yourself at, you definitely have to look at a few different things. You want to make sure that you run your numbers accurately. So then for us, me and my husband, every single day we sit down and we think about what is the cost to run our business every single day. And what I mean by that is the costs for rent every single day, the cost for phone service every day, for internet every day, also the cost for coffee and your electric, and then the cost for employees every single day. So we take that and we divide it by 30 and we say this is the number we need to hit every single day to make sure that we are either breaking even or making a profit, right? And I feel like sometimes people just jump into business and they say, I'm just going to price this amount with not even knowing the reason why they're going to price that, right? They're just saying, well, the other guy down the street is pricing that, so I'm just going to price that or lower or whatever, with no rhyme or reason how or why they should be pricing a certain way. You shouldn't be pricing based off of what somebody else is charging. You have to charge based on what kind of service you want to provide, and what you want to do with that service, and the cost to run your business. That's like business 101. What does it cost to run your business, and how do you hit that number so you're not losing money? So to make sure you look at that before you actually decide on a pricing structure and a pricing scale. Okay, so a few different things regarding our pricing. When you are thinking about pricing, try to think about, or you're wanting to price for everybody, admission for every single person that comes in, or you want to charge, say, per child, or just per age or whatever, or just for a certain amount of people. Okay, so then for us, we charge per child, and we charge by the age range, and I'll tell you a little bit of the reason why we charge what we charge. Okay, so we cater to mostly 7 and under, and we definitely understand a 1 to 2 year old is basically not going to get as much out of the facility as, say, a child that's 3 to 7 that has many more motor skills and many more verbal skills and many just other skills that they can use to do things. So for us, our facility, we provide a lot of educational activities like arts and crafts. We also provide games, besides sensory play. A 3 to 7 year old is definitely going to be able to do all those things and take away so much more from the facility, take away more arts and crafts, use a lot more supplies, because they can do those things independently most of the time. A 1 to 2 year old coming to the facility is more likely just to be there to get socialization skills and really just kind of run out their energy. They're not going to be able to do arts and crafts unless their parents are coming in to do arts and crafts with them, and they probably are not even interested in it at this point, right? Because they're still learning language skills and things like that, so they don't even know, I guess, what we're doing sometimes. So that's why we price per child and by the age. We don't price for the adult because I basically understand parents are wondering why they're being charged admission when they really are coming just to watch their children. They're not really participating in the activities. They're not really playing and anything like that. So we definitely try to cater to the parents by not charging for them. So the other pricing model is pricing for every admission that comes in. And I feel like that's a really great pricing model, and I definitely see the reason why that can be really effective. So then, for instance, you price a little bit lower, right? Say $8 a person or something like that. But no matter what age that comes through, you say, okay, if you're coming through the door, you're going to be charged $8 a person. I really like that pricing structure because it basically makes everything really simple, right? You're not getting any complaints about, you know, who's being charged. You're not getting any confusion about what age people are and who they should be charged a certain amount or something like that. And so although they charge for the adult, it makes total sense because it makes this pricing structure very simple and to the point. And definitely, if I could do it all over again, I probably would go with the per person pricing model because I feel like that makes everything really simple, that you can't get a lot of pushback regarding, well, you know, there's a gray area where, you know, this child might be considered an adult because they're really just, you know, sitting there like an adult, and since you don't charge for an adult, why you're charging for this child kind of thing, right? So I feel like if you go with the per person pricing model, it makes it really simple and just say, hey, no matter how old you are, if you're playing or not, you know, you're being charged at the door. So makes total sense now to me. So maybe if you ever think about pricing, you might, you know, look back on this video and think about what our challenges are regarding our pricing structure and change it accordingly to what you think makes sense. Okay. The last thing I want to talk to you guys a little bit about is dealing with customer complaints regarding pricing. Right now we're really new, so we do get a lot of complaints regarding pricing. People think that they can kind of change our mind, right? And so they message me or they message our Facebook or whatever and kind of insert opinions about what they think that it should be priced with. And that's totally fine. I totally get that they want us to be a certain price range so they can afford it, right? But then again, going back to my previous point that we run numbers every single day based off of what we want to provide as far as our pay facility goes, and what kind of service we want to provide, and what kind of supplies and what it costs per day to run our business, and we have to hit a certain number. And so for me, I price myself according to the quality pricing model, where I definitely want to make sure that every person that comes in the door has a quality service experience. And I price myself according to you know, being able to provide those activities and being able to update the toys and being able to rotate things out so that way, you know, every time you come, you have a really good experience. So just some encouraging words for things, for any service that you're in, that you're finding that people are coming in and saying, oh, I can't afford you, or they're complaining about your pricing structure or whatever. Not every client can be your client. It's really as simple as that. I know that it sounds like really harsh when you say that, but when you price yourself a certain way, no matter it be a quantity pricing or quality pricing, you're attracting a certain clientele, and you really need to think about what kind of clients you're trying to attract. A great example is my boudoir business, right? I don't price myself where I get, you know, 20 clients a month. I price myself where I get 2 or 3 or 4 clients a month, right? When I do that, I can really cater my service to those 4 clients. I can really listen to them and know exactly what they want, exactly how, you know, what photos they're gonna like. I can really make my service so that way, you know, it's a really great experience for them. If I had 20 clients a month, my attention span is going to be very thin. I'm not going to be able to really cater my service to those 20 clients. So that's where you kind of want to think about your pricing structure. There's no right and wrong pricing structure. Just because somebody says that you're out of their price range doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. I think that it's, you know, we tend to kind of focus on that it's a negative aspect to your business, and it's not. You know, don't let people get you down if they're saying, hey, you know, I really can't afford you, right? Because really, they don't understand that, well, you know, I'm sorry to say, maybe they're really not your client. And that's totally fine. Not everybody can be your client. So that's kind of what I kind of wanted to leave you guys with. If you're finding yourself, you're struggling with pricing, either whether it be your service business or, you know, what we do here for Imagine Play, which is our indoor play facility, that those are the struggles and challenges that we face, and a little bit behind the scenes about why we charge what we charge, and just a little bit of encouragement regarding if you're finding a little bit, or you're finding yourself a little bit down regarding when people try to insert their opinion regarding how you run your business. Okay? All right. I hope that helps you out, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.